So yeah, man, it's always been about the music, you feel me? Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be like a superstar. I always wanted to be famous. And to me, it was so deep that it wasn't something that I just woke up one day and told myself that I'm gonna be a musician. Nah, it's actually something that grew in me. It got to a point where I had to even ask my parents, like, is there anybody in the family that did music? And they told me straight up, like, nah, nobody did music. And that's how I know that, I'm the chosen one. I grew up in a small town from Regent's Park in Johannesburg, South. And I feel like that's where I actually got my hunger from. I was always that little kid that was different from everybody. I was always into music. I'd hide that from my parents because they didn't actually have good opinions about music. They thought everybody that did music had to be gangster, or there was like certain sacrifices that had to be made in order for you to like succeed in the music industry and stuff. So I kept it a secret. I kept my talents a secret for a very long time. And then shout out to my stepdad. He was one of the people that actually believed in me, and he plays a very huge role in my music career because he was actually one of the only elders that actually believed in my craft. So how I got the inspiration, the motivation, he actually had a studio back at home, and that studio was somehow in my bedroom. So I'd always watch his clients come through and he would record his clients. Sometimes I'd watch him record, and I felt really motivated. There were times I actually wanted to jump on a beat because I felt like I was so ready to jump on a beat. But because of keeping my talent as a secret, I just had to like humble myself, and I'm glad that I did. And the moment finally, came through, I needed an artist name. Me and my boys were always making music. That was actually before I actually called myself Young Mike. I don't really remember what I was back then. So my stepdad knew about, the love I have for music and stuff. And I actually recorded my first song ever. And shout out to him, man. I actually didn't have a name, and he came through. He gave me the name Young Mike, and that's how everything began.
Your knife is written Mike. My name is Young Mike. My sneakers are nice. Don't touch that bike cause I don't wanna fight. You wanna dirty deal with your ching ching chang.
Man, I'm on fire. Man, I'm on fire. I said, man, I'm on fire. Man, I'm on fire. I said, man, I'm on fire. Man, I'm on fire. I said, man, I'm on fire. 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 Man, I'm on fire.
I feel like after I got the name Young Mike, that's when the motion started, bro. Because one thing I told myself is I gotta push to be this guy. I gotta make my name. I gotta be known in the streets and stuff.
I used to like really be in studio with this man Young Mike, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done most of his songs actually, and not everything, but yeah, the songs, like the hit songs and stuff like that. And one thing I had to say about the nigga is that like he's a good artist. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I work with him. Like I just enjoy doing what I do with him. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I was blessed with my surroundings because my closest friends were also like musicians. One of them was actually like our producer slash beat maker. So what we'd do is we'd have a very funny way of recording music. Actually, we would record music in a wardrobe on a phone, and that's how hungry we were that we tried everything possible to actually like make music the right way. And people didn't actually know that we were recording on phones, bro. And that's what I feel like was so crazy.
From there, we just kept on upgrading. Got a laptop. We would just like manufacture music from the laptop. You know what I'm saying? And we just kept on moving. We started going to like studios. Every single studio that he would call me to was just getting bigger and bigger. Like there's different levels of studios, bro.
I recorded my first ever album. It was actually titled Young Forever. And in that album, I was actually trying to like tell people that I'm gonna be Young Mike forever. You know, that's a name that's always gonna like live in me. That's a name that's always gonna like carry me at the end of the day. So after I released that album, I feel like stuff started like picking up for me. You know, I started getting gigs. I started doing performance. I was getting booked for like school shows. You know,
Young Mike, we can't wait to see you perform at the stairway.
That's amazing. I mess with that, man. This nigga, man, too much respect, bro. Like, these youngins out here are not doing what Mizzy is doing, bro.
Let's go. I'm too much. I'm too much. I'm too much.
I'm gonna lie, bro. The love was crazy, man. The love was like really crazy. Because after that album, I just kept on releasing music, kept on releasing so much music. I remember I released a banger album titled 3 AM Feels. That was one of the albums that got like the ladies hooked to who Young Mike was, bro. It was something like some R&B and some Afro beats combined, and that actually like put a huge growth into my career.
I knew Young Mike back then, and I was trying to, get on the song with him then, but like, to me, at that time, he was like a popular kid, so it's like, yo.
He was Young Mike way back then, and it was just a quiet kid in the corner there, and the beats were playing, and I was like, what's this guy doing? But 5 minutes later, I kid you all not, the man had a song done. I was like, no way. Someone put a new beat on, and literally everyone is still like vibing to the beat. Yo, this beat is whatnot. YMIZZY's in the corner, quiet, pen and pad. 1 minute, like literally 7 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't know the time frame, but it was really short. He's like, yo, I got it, bro. Listen to this, a full verse. And now I understand linguistics a little bit, so I was shocked at the way he paints pictures. Like, he's very gifted. He's very gifted. Even though the studios were very noisy, because I used to like shoot content, because I thought like, this is something. Let me just shoot content. The way that he wrote, the noise, the disturbances, like the start and stop, because someone else is just randomly starting and stopping the beat, like you can't concentrate. It's not like I was given the time to just have all the time in the world to like write and record. He didn't have time, and there was all the types of distractions, but that man made sure he would just like write a full verse, and everything was on point, and then he would just record it like he rehearsed for like 2 weeks or something.
I was always at the right spaces with the right people. You know, I remember sharing a stage with the likes of Ricky Rick, Teahos, Java, MT the Hustler. That was like all my idols in one spot, bro, you know. And I won't forget this day. I remember performing, and I actually wanted to perform, you know, when the big dogs were around, because I had so much confidence and I wanted to be heard. I wanted to be heard so bad. So I performed, I killed it, and then literally after my performance, Rick told me that I reminded him of himself when he was younger, bro. And that shit actually, you know, I was happy to hear such words, because it was coming from my idol, and that's how I knew that, you know, I was him, you know. So things started picking up for me. I was hungry, I had the motivation, started pushing, recording music every single day. Shout out to my boy Usher, he made that like really possible for me, bro. From beat making to producing for the boy, you know, getting the music out there. I was actually in the right space, you know. I was in high school, so I could say I was one of them popular kids, you know. And years after, I signed to my first record deal. I signed to my first record label. That was 297 Fam, and that's when things were rolling, bro. I shot my first music video. It was actually some quality stuff. Imagine like a kid, 15, 16-year-old, and we're rocking on some HD quality type of thing. It was different, man. And the hustle kept going. We kept making things happen. and I won't lie, man. I actually did put in the work. Yeah.
Back in the past, I was back and I wasn't relaxed. All my bars needed water and gas, so I came in the city to flex. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Studio Chronicles. I'm out here with all City Fuck Tree and Crush the Young God on the beats. You know, it's documentary time. You know, we keep such things, bruh. You know, such things we should keep, right? Such things we keep, man. Yes, sir. But Studio Chronicles, you know.
And man, this nigga has a lot of work ethic, bro. Like, they used to leave him alone in the studio and tell him, yo, today I want 2 songs from you. And he had to make sure that those 2 songs are completed and done before they get back so that they can listen to them, work on them, master them. And he used to take it upon himself, like, to shoot promo videos, to, like every day, like, I used to come through, like, yo, see, today we doing this. I'm like, alright, no problem. What do you wanna do? I'm like, I don't know. Okay, let me just shoot for this song. And then from there, that's when I started planning my stuff. Cause then I noticed that this nigga has a plan for every day. Like he wakes up, it's like, yo, you're doing this today. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So there's no day you're chilling. Like, nah, even if you're chilling, you have to do something. I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. I was like, back there.
Just like 7 days, haters week.
I'm not surprised at his work ethic even up to today. Like he still drops. Consistency starts and finishes things. So I'm a YMIZZY fan for real.
That's what you hear in the streets. Oh, Young Mike. Who's this nigga, bro? I haven't met him, but it is what it is, and he's getting this work. Fast forward, OC finally makes me meet this guy, and I'm like, bro, I've been listening to his music because he plugged his stuff in the studio and YouTube, and like this guy, like to make him who he is now, he's not somebody like I wouldn't say I know Young Mike, but I've listened to Young Mike, and okay, he's got the music part on hold, like he makes great music. I was like, I'd love to be in studio with this guy. Then I met the work ethic part, and basically it's like a chessboard, right? We're all a team and the pieces are not the same, but everybody has to play their own role for this whole thing to move forward. And I'm saying this to say that when I met this nigga, I was like, this guy has leadership skills, bro. Wherever we're gonna take this music thing, I just need to be humble enough because I take myself as a king. But if this nigga's gonna if he's gonna like sail the ship, I'm gonna be on board and play my part.
Young Mike started outgrowing the place that he was in. It became too, how do I say? Like, you know, you're somewhere for so long, like it feels like, hey man, I think I've outgrown this space. I need to expand, man, spread my wings and do something else, man. I know this thing too well now. It's getting boring for me. So I feel like that's when I noticed, like, nah, this nigga needs to like be his own person, because there were a lot of limitations where we were as well, because we couldn't really do a lot of stuff. Like, it used to be like, hey, even if you do shoot, we had to like seek approval and all of that. So we used to do a lot of things behind your back. So, but that was in work for us, because we are the artists, we're the ones working. And then Young Mike used to have that thing, like every day I'm with him, I know, okay, if I'm going to Young Mike today, I know I'm going to shoot. It was a must. So at some point I saw that, yeah, he had grown the moment, he had grown the whole feeling, and he's like, hey man, I really want to make it in this shit. And I see that, yes, I'm here, I'm enjoying, but it's not going the way I really wanted to go, and I wanted to go a certain level. He got a job, started moving on. I think that's when he like decided to move on, is when I really established the name of the YMIZZY, because I used to call him YMIZZY in the studio. We made our first song, was dope. We started doing trap together, Afro. Every song we go on, hey, we killing it. I was like, nah, bro, call you Young Mike. Young Mike was the one that was recording EPs of love and heartbreak back in the days. Yeah, YMIZZY now. Now you're talking about life now, like your growth, everything is YMIZZY now. Like, nigga, yeah, you have to stand on your two, be that MIZZY nigga. I was like, yeah, people along the way caught on the name. I really think I was gonna take it serious. I was just calling him YMIZZY. And then instead of the YouTube channel, we called the music gang. I was like, oh shit. My nigga's on for real. That's crazy. Yeah, that's good. Then started pushing it, left, started his own life, started building himself, his own sessions, doing his own thing. And that's when he started establishing the name of MIZZY. That's when to me I understood it. Yeah, bro, this is what you're supposed to do, man. This MIZZY thing it's a thing, because now we're all here, bro. Like, he's inspiring us. I was with him where we were before, and when he left, I felt like, bro, there's nothing else to do here, bro. Like, it's the same routine every day. There's no change, no new schedule. Promises made that just to excite you, and then life goes on the same. So he started his own thing, and he's been doing it. And now we all here and like, hey, bro, you're still the same person you was. You never changed. It's the MIZZY thing. Now he's a grown man. He's not young Mike no more. He's MIZZY now.
So I remember this one day we were like having a session and stuff, and then I heard that name, YMIZZY. Apparently these guys already like gave him that name for a long time. Like YMIZZY was calling himself YMIZZY for a long time. I just was like too ignorant to like hear it. But then when I heard it eventually, it's just like, damn, but nah, that's a fire name though. That's like, to be honest, like you can't be, yeah, he's Young Mike, he's known as Young Mike, but like, you can't be young forever. You know what I'm saying? Because of the name long, I don't know, it's his name though, but like YMIZZY just sounded so cool, and it sounded like, so I told him, hey man, this name is too dope, man. You probably have to like put this as a stage name. You understand what I'm saying? But that was just my opinion. I feel like everybody else did the same thing, meaning that it was just a good name, you know. And the transition from Young Mike to YMIZZY, it does come with a lot. It doesn't just come with the name itself, man. It's like the type of music is just upgraded. You know, it's like an upgraded version, you know what I'm saying? It's like a glow up, man. Like you can't always, obviously if you start making music, right, in the beginning stage, you probably not gonna, you won't have it a certain way, and then obviously all that work and all that stuff that you put in is just gonna become way better sound, better. Now I'm talking through two seconds, but either way, like I just feel like YMIZZY is a transition, man. It's like a transformation, and it's just for the better him. Yeah.
After some time, the name just started like feeling way too small for me, bro, because man started growing beard and stuff, and imagine an old guy like me being called Young Mike. But there was just so many reasons why I actually wanted to change. Number one, I just felt like I've outgrew the name, and one thing people need to like understand and know is that I'm always gonna be Young Mike. It's actually young forever, bro. When I released that first album, I actually did mean it when I said I'm gonna stay, you know, young forever. That really didn't mean I'm gonna be young forever, but it's like me telling the people that I'm gonna be Young Mike forever. So I thought about something like the name YMIZZY, right? The Y and the M on that name actually tell people who I am, and it's Young Mike, you know. So I was actually like afraid to change, because I was like, a lot of people know me as Young Mike, and I was just so afraid of what people would say and what people would think. But I just said, fuck it, dog. Like, we ain't gotta be afraid of change, man. So I feel like Young Mike is gonna be in me forever. I mean, I got it like, it was actually my first tat, you know. Crazy. I don't know if you guys can like zoom it in. Yeah, so that was like my first tat, bro, and this was when I think I was 19 when I did this. That's how dedicated I was to the name, actually, and this was actually a reminder to me that I gotta be this guy, and which I felt like I was him, bro, because I did everything I said I was gonna do. I achieved so many things that I said I was gonna achieve, and I met so many people that I actually said I was gonna meet, you know. So I'm not abandoning the name because it didn't, you know, pop the way it was supposed to pop, but like I'm trying to give you guys an upgrade, you know. I'm trying to give you guys a Pro Max. In terms of YMIZZY, we're coming in with some new style. new vibe, it's a new me. And one thing I want to like tell my fans and audience is that you shouldn't be afraid of change, bruh. Like, change is always good. You either change for the better or for the worse, like they say. And I feel like I'm actually changing for the better because I'm letting go of everything that puts me down. I'm letting go of everything that like makes me feel like I'm not that guy, you know. So this next chapter is actually about me proving to myself, proving to the world, and to like all my haters out there that I'm gonna be him, bro. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do to be YMIZZY. And yeah.
I listen to everything he does, and I think when he says what's coming is great, I believe him, you know, because he's really talented. I don't know where he's getting the words from, but that man should even write a book or something, because he's too talented.
I can see that the boy laid his hand on the hood and he played his role, you know. So with the ambition and the inspiration he's putting in, yo bro, I'm not here to drag you down or hold you back, really. I'm moving.
I feel like I'm more comfortable with the change now, you know, especially because like people out there already started calling me YMIZZY. Although it was like a very hard decision to make, bro. I feel like I'm ready for, you know, I'm ready for anything, bruh. And what you guys gotta expect from me is the fact that it's really gonna be different, bro, because now we're gonna be putting in a whole lot of work. And yeah, I'm just trying to put myself out there, you know. So to all my people and everybody watching, if you guys call me Young Mike in the streets, I'm not gonna ignore you guys. I'm actually gonna like look back because that's actually who I am, you know. But from now on, it's a new era, it's a new me, and a new everything, everybody. I go by the name of YMIZZY. Yeah.
They think they see me, but I'm sitting in the dark, lighting up my verses like it's fun. Yeah, they ask me how I do it, it's a pain and call it art. I did it with no lesson from the start. For my haters, let them talk. I've been winning with no loss, and they think they doing better, but they ain't doing enough. Ain't no haters on my spot, only real ones in my block. Now the streets call me YMIZZY, but they ain't gon' get enough. For my haters, let them talk. I've been winning with no loss, and they think they doing better, but they ain't doing enough. Ain't no haters on my spot, only real ones in my block. Now the streets call me YMIZZY, but they ain't gon' get enough. What's good? I can play on niggas, I'm ready. And it's sound no beef spaghetti. I be my business, let's get it. Call on my niggas, let's get it. Call on my diva, let's get it. Put a 5 on a nigga, let's get it. Did it at 5 and my nigga, I said it. Did it wide, I said it. I made it shake at 20. I made it lead, I said it. Vibes on me. I got ice on cherry. Tell them niggas put me on them.